Moin Moin, Gangrene Germany. Hier ist der Jetpack Podcast. Wir haben ja einen neuen Namen, Jetpack, der neue Name. Und wir haben heute einen Oversea Podcast. Das Ding ist ein bisschen besonders, weil ich habe als Co-Moderator, beziehungsweise ich bin gerne der Co-Moderator und er ist der eigentliche Moderator. Ich habe heute jemanden dabei, den ihr noch gar nicht kennt im Podcast, das ist nämlich Nils. Moin Nils.
Moin.
Nils kommt aus der wunderschönen Stadt Hamburg. Das ist hier quasi mein Nachbar, wenn wir so wollen. Er ist Mitglied in der Gangrene Germany und ist vor allem durch Twitter und Facebook und so weiter mit Geno in Kontakt. Geno hat einen eigenen Podcast, da kommen wir gleich noch drauf, aber er ist Amerikaner und deswegen gehen wir jetzt gleich auf Englisch und machen das Ganze heute in Englisch. Ich hoffe, damit hat natürlich niemand draußen ein Problem. Und falls wir uns mal verhaspeln, oder wir mal nochmal was nachschlagen müssen oder nachfragen müssen, dafür schon mal sorry. Wir haben halt leider nur ein Schulenglisch. Nils macht irgendwann nochmal eine Fanstory, aber heute ist er erstmal dabei, um mit Geno hier zusammen, dass wir drei irgendwie ein bisschen euch unterhalten können. Okay, wir gehen aufs Englische. So, we switch to English. Geno, a very, very warm welcome to you from Gangrene Germany. Our name for the podcast is new, is brand new. It's we call it Jetpack. It's the podcast from the Gangrene Germany, and it's very, very nice to have you here and to hear your story. Geno, it's always if we have a new guest, it's always the same question: why are the goddamn Jets? Why not? So you live in St. Louis. Why not the Rams?
Well, first off, I thank you for having me on your show. I've been big fans of you guys for a while, and I thank you. It's an honor. Overall, so I used to work for the St. Louis Rams actually for about 10 years. 2 of those seasons I volunteered. I was a flag guy for the Rams, and I did some marketing for them for a little bit. It was called a Rams Street Team. We would go in communities and teach about football and really build the communities up all around the St. Louis and Illinois side area. And actually, my dad he started about giving me some of these guys, McFarlane figures. This is Brett Favre, but my favorite, was Wayne Corbett, Chad Pennington, Curtis Martin. I love those type of guys, and this guy back here, Joe Namath. But I became a fan from that, but also just video games. I always played the Jets as video games. My uncles would always give me like Jets highlights and stuff, even though he was a Bears fan. So it was just really interesting for a while, and I've always loved them. I've always even at a game, I was a flag guy for a game, and the Jets were there. It was when the Sanchez days, and mistakenly when I was a flag guy, I cheered for the Jets and thank God I didn't get fired or anything during that time. But I had to keep myself in check for a little bit. But yeah, that's how I became a Rams fan. A Jets fan. You can blame my dad.
Yeah, that's cool. That your dad works for the Rams.
Yeah.
That's I never knew people that works for the NFL or for a team. Yeah, and I'm a Jets fan from 1993. Yeah, so I'm a long time Jets fan in Germany. Maybe the first in Germany. I don't know.
Oh, hey.
And so I never knew Jets. I don't live in the States, so it's hard to know someone who works for the NFL. Okay, the draft in the draft. Yeah, hast du Nils?
Yeah, maybe before you go further, I have not even had the opportunity to say hello to Geno.
Sorry. Sorry.
So welcome, Geno. It's so good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you too.
Yes, as you know, it's my debut in a podcast, and I'm happy to do it with you together here and with Malte. Yeah, what I'm interested in, because you're telling about working for the Rams, and you say you are a flag guy. I'm not very sure about what that is.
Oh, so on the NFL field on the turf, they have three guys at each corner of the end zone, and when they score a touchdown or a field goal, they come across and they wave the flags. I was one of those. I was like one of those guys.
Okay.
And also when they come out of the tunnel, like when they're doing their hype music, a little bit of a music video, kind of their intro, flag guys can come out there too. They had them every home game.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay.
It was really cool. And then I actually was really funny about that. I used to work for the St. Louis Blues, the hockey team that we had out here. I did that for about a year and a half. I did Cube community marketing, street team stuff too. And then I actually, so don't knock on me too hard, but me and my dad worked on field for the Buffalo Bills a couple of times for a couple of years. It was
Okay.
but yeah, it was really cool though. We got to see a lot of stuff up close. We did that in Cincinnati and Kansas City. It was pretty cool.
Excellent. Yeah,
So-
sounds very good. Malte, please.
So you have seen a Jets game and against the Rams or Buffalo. So you know Jets players in front of you at the games.
So what's interesting is, like, I was a flag guy for that one game against the Jets because it was the only time the Jets came to St. Louis. And when I was a flag guy and working, that was the only time I got to see the Rams. I'd never been to a MetLife game before. I'd never been to like an away game. All I knew was just I was working. But September 11th, the home opener, is my first time going to MetLife and my first time going to a Jets game. I'm pretty excited. It's for my 30th birthday, so it's gonna be my first time.
Okay. So do you have tickets for the Gotham City crew for a tailgate party?
So we're gonna stop by there. Me and my co-host Liam, we're gonna stop by there. We're gonna stop by a lot of tailgates, but for Gotham, we're gonna stop by. I don't know if I have tickets per se, but we do know like Frank West and Claudio and stuff. So it'll be fun. Are you gonna be there?
I'm not, and Nils, I don't know. Nils, not.
No, unfortunately not. I was thinking about going with the other guys, but I will probably not be able to do it. But yeah, well, you will probably meet a bunch of German guys then.
I think
for the home opener.
I think the Gangrene Germany comes with 15, 18 people, something like that.
Yeah.
So you will see this Gangrene Germany. Oh wait, this Gangrene Germany logo, yeah.
I love that.
Aufgehängt. So Nils, do you have a question for Geno?
Yeah, because you were saying that about the tickets. As far as I know, you need a ticket to be able to take part of the tailgate, right? And yeah, when I was I was there once in 2019, and I did not know anything about the tailgating, and I was really surprised when we got off the bus and saw everything, how the people were doing barbecues and all that stuff. That was so amazing to me. But I did not know about the Gotham City crew, and that they have a big tailgate and a big party that you can just be part of. And I would have loved to be there, but I did not know that. So yeah, I guess it will be a great experience if you go. So yeah.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, they're pretty huge. I mean, they have like taken the whole fan base by storm and what they do, especially with you guys in Europe. Like when everything pops up, a tailgate or any community out there, I feel like Gotham and you guys and Jet Lounge, I'm probably missing a few others, but you guys are like amazing when it comes to that stuff. So for Gotham, me and Liam went on to his as well. The We the Fans, we were on that as well, and like they nothing but great words and kindness from you guys. You guys are pretty awesome.
Thank you very much. Do you already see us so high on that list of Jets fans?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So your family, I have to take this joke. It's I'm sorry. Your family comes from Italy, right?
Okay, so my great grandparents came from Italy. I was born in St. Louis, Missouri, but I'm 75% Italian. I am Sicilian Italian. But I love my Italian roots, and that's why I put it into my, Instagram. I put it into my Twitter and Facebook as well, because I'm very passionate about it. So I just said, okay, Italy Jet, because I love the Jets. Been a diehard fan since I was 9 years old, and I love my Italian culture. I do all kinds of stuff with that, and I just felt like it was a good mesh. So I do have cousins as well. I do have cousins in Italy as well.
In Italy, okay. When Germans hear there's an American he comes from Italia, then we are thinking about you come to my house. Godfather. You come to my house. You don't. It's very funny. I hear it, but I see you have an AC Milan. You're a fan of AC Milan. Yeah, so that's not very cool.
Very passionate about AC Milan. Very passionate about the Italian national team. I've been a fan of them, like the Jets. I've been a fan of AC Milan and the Jets since I was 9 years old. So it's in my blood.
Yes, very nice. This is how Geno and I met when I found Geno on Twitter.
Right.
I was surfing through Twitter and I saw Italy Jet, and I thought, that's cool. Someone from our neighbors in Italy.
Right.
Yeah, I was really expecting someone from Italy there, and I just followed you, and then you followed back, and then you wrote me a message.
Yes.
And you asked me for fan stuff, if I was interested in jerseys, and you had so cool things to offer there. And I think there were some guys from Germany that were very interested, and I think at least one bought something from you, right?
I think it was two people.
Yes.
I'm a collector of memorabilia. My whole life, it started with me and with my dad and my uncle, and we just always have been that type of guys. We go to, like, after the games, we go down to like where they come out of the tunnel. We do stuff like that. We go, like, when the Rams were here, in the St. Louis Cardinals and the St. Louis Blues. We've always just done that, and I've always love to collect and also just sell in general that are big time Jets fans, because I love making them happy too. Like it fulfills me that, oh, hey, there's a Kurt Martin ball or a Sack Exchange helmet. I love when people get excited about memorabilia. It's one of my passions.
Yes. I think at least a Namath jersey went to Germany, right?
I think so.
I would have been very desperately to have that as well. I was not fast enough.
It's slippery. It's a slippery thing.
Yes.
So I'm a card collector, Jets card collector. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Trading cards with autographs and patches, and I also have three mini helmets. From Elijah Moore and Nick Mangold, of course, Nick. So I know the business from the business in memorabilia and trading cards. Yeah. We are a small group in Germany. It's maybe 5,000-6,000 people. The market is in the States. Yeah. So. But I know what you mean, yeah. So if you're excited, if you see in Jersey with an autograph or something like that, and then you are on fire to have it, yeah. I feel you.
All of it. I have been. I mean, so I'm creating my man cave right now, and where my office is, and I'm getting a bunch of stuff together. Sometimes I get it for free. Sometimes I buy it, but I have a lot of connections with my family that has like memorabilia stuff, and I'm in the process of creating everything with it right now. So when it's all done, I will show everybody. I'll show you guys. But yeah, when I first got this guy, this is one of my favorite players of all time. And when I got him, I literally like couldn't move. My wife was like, "Are you okay?" and I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know."
So Namath is expensive, yeah. So it's very expensive,
yeah. Name it. It just depends. It depends if it's like something in this. It just depends. But I got it customized for free, so it didn't really cost a lot. But I know there's a lot of these type of things out here that because you got the picture, you got the Super Bowl plaque right here. So some of that can be anywhere between $500 to $750, maybe $1,000. It just depends on what site you're on.
Yeah. I'm looking for 2 years for a trading card with an autograph from Joe, and it's very expensive.
100%.
How much would that be?
So, yeah, it's different series. So you can buy one for $150. It's not it's a series that's not beliebt. Sag mal schnell, beliebt.
Yes.
Agree. It just really depends. It's one of those things where like Neil said, it could be 150, it could be 500. It depends on the shape of the card, because everyone's gonna be like, what kind of shape is it? I know I've been learning a lot about coined items lately, so I know people got to coin it. You know, the big ones is PSA, Beckett, JSA, PSA. But man, if I ever see a Joe Namath card like that, I will hit you up. I got you.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah. So let us talk about the rooster, the rooster from the season. I'm sorry, flight 22.
Thank you.
Of course you see it, yeah. So I'm very hyped. I'm very on fire. So what is your reaction of the free agency, the draft, our GM, our head coach? What is your 2 cents for this for the whole Jets team for 2022?
You know, that's such a great question. You know, it's one of those things where we've had a lot of losing years. I know me and Nils have talked a lot about that over the past few months, and it seems like now it's going in a different direction. You know, when I was a kid, the Jets were good. You know, when I was a kid, and before I was born, they were good. But it seems like the last, 10 years, it seems like it's just been such a. So it's one of those things. It's one of those things where I'll talk about the draft first. Sauce Gardner was my favorite. I've been watching him a lot throughout college, and I wanted him immediately, especially because the AFC is packed now, with especially with the Broncos, Chargers, Raiders, and Chiefs. And now that Tyreek Hill went to the Dolphins, it's going to be a little bit of a kick. But I think we have a better chance against the Patriots now. But back in the day, I couldn't say that. But, Buffalo is obviously, it's their division to lose, honestly, in my opinion. But overall, the draft pick Sauce was perfect for what Saleh is creating for the environment with Reed as well. Going to Garrett Wilson, I actually wanted Williams from Alabama because he's a St. Louis boy. So, but I'm really happy that we did get Garrett Wilson. I think it was a great pickup. He's balling out in training camp. I wanted JJ like in the second round, JJ2, and I'm really happy that we got him at the end of the first round. And just going from that, Jeremy Rucker, homegrown boy. That's so great. That you want to bring those type of guys in, especially being behind CJ Uzomah, being by Tyler Conklin. And I think Breece Hall was kind of the steal of the draft because him and Michael Carter are going to do really well together, especially what Salah's got cooking up and Michael Floor. But Breece Hall, and a lot of people's opinions, Breece Hall is going to be Rookie of the Year or Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's got a really great shot because, man, his Iowa State film is amazing. I was really happy about that. And then Clemens is a dog. Man. I'm so excited about Clemens. Jacked, he's big, he doesn't care. I love that. Like he doesn't care like what people say about it. Even his draft night, you know, he was just sitting in his room in the dark. He got the phone call, and it was just so funny. Like, who does that? But hey, that's the kind of guy he is, the personality he is, and I'm here for it. He's going to be probably the surprise of the defensive side for me. But I love Max Mitchell. I know Mangold was very high on Max Mitchell, so I'm pretty happy that we got him as well. So the free agents, Joe D has had 3 Super Bowls, and then you have Salah that's been in the Super Bowl as well. They know what to do when it comes to creating a good team together. I think he hit it out of the park. Getting CJ Uzomah, Tyler Conklin, Martin from the Texans. It was amazing. I love that. And then Whitehead coming from a Super Bowl 2 years ago, and then getting Lincoln Tomlinson. I mean, it was like the icing on the cake because we needed someone on offense like that. Because you got to match him with Barrett Tucker, Lakin, and then Becton, and hopefully McGovern can be a good center. But I think overall, what we did in the offseason, if I'm forgetting someone, let me know. But overall, I think this was a perfect Jets draft in free agency so far because, we're still in the beginning of training camp. There's all kinds of cuts that could happen. There's all kinds of trades that could happen. I just don't think it's done. It's like with Moses. We got Moses last year, offensive lineman number 78. It's one of those things where we got him the week before. So I just think it's not done, but I love where we're heading. It's what you want to see overall because, with the drama, with everything in the past, with Adams, May, and so on, we don't need that. And just with the history that we've had with drama in the organization, I'm so happy that things are turning. When I saw Flight 2022, I was like, I got up off my chair and I'm like, let's go. I wanted to cry. Like, I'm so passionate about that. It's just like, I have receipts if we win the Super Bowl or we go to the playoffs. I have receipts whoever did me wrong when it comes to being a Jets fan. So I'm ready.
Yes.
Ready. Yeah, me too. So I played 22 years football on the position of a cornerback and a safety. Yeah, so I love Sauce Gardner. It's my position. That was the only pick I want to have. This was my pick, and then I saw Flight 2022 and then I saw Jermaine Johnson, and then I looked on YouTube videotapes from his college career, and he was in Last Chance U on the Netflix series, and I'm so in love with Jermaine Johnson. It's unbelievable. I can't wait to see him play for the Jets. So it's these 2 guys are my actually love in this team. And Braxton Berrios, he fired me in the last season. He has fire in his hand. It's Braxton Berrios is my special team player, and I'm so happy that we have signed him for 2 more years. So these 3 guys are now at this moment my guys, on this team. Nils, sorry.
I agree. No problem. No, I didn't say anything. I was just waiting. You forgot.
And we stole him from the Patriots. That's great.
Yes.
That's right.
Best move.
Yeah. Braxton is also one of my most favorite players, because I also think that he was not such a big star, but he turned to be a star because of what he achieved. Especially in the last season, but it was also to see in the season before last season. But he did amazing things. You forgot Jeremy Ruckert when you were talking about the draft, and I think the biggest star there is his dad, right?
Amen. I think in the moment he was probably more pumped up than Jeremy in the moment, but.
Beer Shot 21, or that is his Twitter name, isn't it?
Right. It's so funny. I mean, they've been Jets fans their whole life. They lived on Long Island for a long time. And you know what's really cool is my co-host Liam. He played football against Jeremy Ruckert in Long Island as well. Really? So that's pretty cool. I don't know how long Liam played, but it was cool that he got to see him, and it was cool.
Did you play football in high school?
I played football, that's soccer as it is in America. And I also played hockey. Those are my two sports.
Yeah, I won't blame you. I have been playing soccer my whole life as well.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of my, Italy, AC Milan. I love it.
Yeah, although when I think sometimes about my soccer career, I sometimes think, have I found into football before? Maybe it would have been a better career because you don't have to handle the ball at all positions. So there would have been a position maybe that would have been a better fit for me in my shape.
Right. I don't know. For me, I love a lot of sports. A lot of my friends and family call me Mr. ESPN. So I'm just that guy with sports. What's really funny is I'm surrounded by Bears, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Rams fans. So being here in St. Louis as a Jets fan, it was like my calling card. I felt like.
And no one is a Rams fan in your family or on your friends or something like that. So St. Louis. I don't know how long play the Rams in St. Louis, but how long was it? But there's no Rams fan.
You're still going to have Rams fans. My almost brother-in-law is still a Rams fan, and my one of my really good friends is still a Rams fan. But I think after when Stan Kroenke brought the team from St. Louis back to LA, it was kind of like, okay, we're done with that. Well, they're done with that. And then some of them actually became Chiefs and Bears fans, honestly. Like, it was like my mother-in-law is a Chiefs fan, and one of my uncles is, and one of my other uncles and their families are Bears fans. But it's one of those things where I think after Kroenke, the whole Kroenke thing that happened in St. Louis, and that's when I was in my early 20s is when that happened. So I'm 29 right now. I would say that happened around 21, 22. I feel like there was still kind of like, oh, why did you take our team away? Is it just for the money? Kind of like that kind of thing. And I was still actually working for the Rams when all that went down. And I was heartbroken, but honestly, after that, I was like, oh, I can finally come out and say, I'm a hardcore Jets fan. I've been it since I was 9 years old. Now I can finally say it out loud.
That's right. Do you get reactions when you wear Jet stuff in the streets of St. Louis?
All the time. It doesn't matter where I'm at. It doesn't matter where I go. It doesn't matter what month, what time, what year. It doesn't matter what state I'm in. I always get crapped on for being a Jets fan. But they're going to eat their words one day. One day.
Yes, they will, definitely.
Okay. When you meet in Germany, other people they wear Jets jersey or a cap or something like that, then this is a person who looks football and it's not and don't wear the cap from the Patriots or Kansas City or Tampa Bay because it's fancy, you know. In Germany, a lot of people wear caps from Kansas City and Buccaneers. Tom Brady plays with the Buccaneers and they won the Super Bowl, so it's fancy to wear a cap from the Buccaneers. When you see people he wear a Jets cap, then you know, okay, he looks football, he know football, and he's not on the hype train from Kansas City or Buccaneers.
That's right. Yeah.
So
there's probably no Jet fan in Germany who's riding the bandwagon.
I am not a fan of
probably not until next year, maybe.
Right.
Can change.
I love that.
So what is your absolute favorite player on the rooster from now on? What is is it Zach Wilson? Do you believe in Zach Wilson?
Man, oh my gosh, that's hard. It used to be, last year it was Elijah Moore. This year it's probably Sauce. I love Sauce and Elijah Moore a lot, but I also love Michael Carter and Breece Hall. But if I had to just pick one, I think it still has to be Elijah Moore. I think I'm going to go with that. Yeah, I'm shocked because everyone knows me that I love Sauce. So I guess I'd be at a tie for first and maybe Moore and Sauce, but I would say those two guys are tied for one. What about you? Who's your favorite?
My favorite, I think it's on this point it's CJ, it's Reed, our new cornerback from the Seahawks. He's a little bit proven in the Salah system, and I think it's at this point it's Reed. But if we play 4 or 7 games and Sauce Gardner is Sauce Gardner from college, then it's Sauce Gardner. But on this point, it's a proven Reed, and I have a jersey. It comes from UK. The NFL Europe shop is in UK, and it's on the way. Yeah, it's on the way to me. On this point, it's Reed. Yeah, I think. And Nils, what is your favorite player from the Rooster?
Yeah, still Braxton Berrios, as I said. I think he's still the one that impresses me the most with what he achieved last season, especially. I think we have such a bunch of guys, young guys, who have not proven themselves to be that good yet, that they deserve to be favorite players yet. But of course, I have no doubt that they will, but they have to prove it before they gain my loyalty and then be my favorite player. Yeah, but what I think is the biggest stars on the team are Coach Salah and Joe D. I think these guys are the guys that impress me the most. I think they are so good for the team, especially if you look what we had in the past, especially the coach we had before. So it is such an improvement now. And if you watch Flight 22, you can see that how they have a philosophy and how good they treat each other and treat the players, and there is such a positive vibe that really makes me believe there can be they will establish something that will be very, very good in the future.
Couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I'm the kind of guy where I like to get like old school jerseys and that have already been on the Jets team, and I'm kind of like you when it comes to like all right, well, you got to prove, if you're going to stay around, all right, I'll get your jersey. All right, like Sauce and Moore and all of them. I'm going to save it for now until if they decide to stay or decide to go, then I'll think about it a little bit more. But I'm totally agree with you on that.
That's right. Yeah, I thought Sam Darnold would be the one, the franchise quarterback forever. Did not last very long.
Yeah, you lucked out. You got your Mangold jersey. Is it signed?
Yes, it's signed from him in London and the last year. Yeah, last year the Falcons played the Jets again in London, and Nick Mangold are the Botschafter, ambassador from the Jets for UK, and he was there and have a very expensive barbecue sauce to buy.
To buy one,
and to buy one, and he signed the jersey. Yeah.
And did you buy
but
one?
It's not. No, I'm not there. Knut from the Gangrene Germany took the jersey for me to him and let it sign. But Knut had to buy one. Yeah.
Okay. Before he got the autograph.
I don't know. I think he will let autographs. No. I think he will. He will sign. He won't sign without buying any barbecue sauce.
Okay.
But Knut talks to me. The sauce were very expensive, so I don't know. It's signed, but it's not going to PSA or something like that to grade it. It's just a fan sign for me, and it's totally okay for me. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's personal to you, you don't have to get it, authenticated or whatever. That's a moment for you that you'll remember for the rest of your life. I'm glad that the Jets, the UK, and Germany can all come together and have an event like that, whether it's for the draft or for games. I love that you were able to do all that.
Yeah. So what I want to know from you, Geno, do you believe in Zach Wilson? Is it our quarterback for the next 10, 12, 15 years, maybe?
This question always has me thinking, right? It always has you, up at night, right? Because you're such a passionate fan. You think about it all the time. In the beginning when he got drafted last year, I honestly wanted Mac Jones or Justin Fields, because I'm an Alabama guy. I love Mac Jones, but I think he's in a perfect situation with the Patriots, and Justin Fields, with the Bears. But, Zach Wilson, I really didn't know a lot about him. I've heard of him, his name would toss up here and there. But as the season went on and last year, then he got injured. It's just like, you're the youngest team in the league. You had so many injuries going into the league, right? We really didn't see his full potential until the last 6 games of the end of the season, right? So he balled out, and I was really happy to see that he made some strides. As for this year and for the future, I really love Joe Flacco. I love that we have a great backup if anything happens to Zach Wilson. He's been doing very well in training camp. And he hasn't missed a step. He's 37 years old, hasn't missed a step. But I think for Zach Wilson, if he's our future and if he's going to do well this year, I think he's going to make good strides this year. I think with this tour that he did in the United States, going to, the wide receivers, states and stuff, and build that connection. It's what you want to see. From a quarterback like that. I don't remember seeing Fitzpatrick doing that. I don't remember seeing Sam Darnold doing that. We don't know. But for the future, I'm 50-50. I hope it works out. I hope it works out. I hope he's there. But if he doesn't do well, I wouldn't be shocked too. But overall, I'm 50-50.
Did you see the 80-yard bomb from training camp today?
It was like seeing the BYU.
Yes.
The BYU thing. Nice throw. I mean, a nice one-handed catch too, with
absolutely.
Well.
Yes.
It was great.
Yes,
it's what you want to see.
Yeah, because he has a pass like this, not 80 but 50 or 60 against the Titans last year on Corey Davis, and this was with pads on and with a D-line against you and something like that. So I think he has it in his arms. Yeah.
I think he does. I think he does. I think he is making the strides, and people are behind him. I think people are behind him, support him, and in the future and everything. I think we all want him to be. I mean, everyone wanted Darnold as well. I know you're a fan of Darnold, Nils, but I think he's got the arm strength. I think he's got the connection. I think he's got the confidence, and also I think he knows the system more now. I think with rookies, it's tough for the first year unless you really have it. I know people keep comparing him to Burrow. Is he going to make that Burrow kind of leap? Is he going to make that Josh Allen kind of leap? And you know what? I don't care about those guys. They're not on the Jets. I want him just to keep getting better. I just, even if it's not this year, it's third year. If he balls out, I just want him to continue getting better and continue to know the system more and lead us to a championship.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have read that people say the second year is always the year that young quarterbacks improve the most in the NFL.
Yeah.
So that could be something that we could hope for.
I agree,
Yeah.
and I think he's got all the talent, but I hope I hope it works out. I really do, because he's a special type of talent, and if he lived up to the hype and lived up to New York, New York is with the Giants too, and the media and the fans. I mean, we deserve it.
Absolutely.
The difference between Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson, I think it's Sam Darnold don't learn from his mistakes. He plays the same ball in Carolina like in his first year at the Jets, and this is not NFL like. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and Zach Wilson learned from his mistakes in his first year. So yeah, for me, it's our quarterback. Yeah, I hope that he goes the next 10 years, maybe 12, 15. We don't know with this team. Yeah.
Hope so.
That's right. He has already improved a lot when he came back from his injury. You could see that there was a total change then.
Yeah, it was like a 180.
Yes.
I mean, those last 6 games were huge, I think, not only for the Jets, but it was huge for him, for his confidence, and for Moore as well. And even Berrios, too. It was like they were all playing for their lives. Like even Michael Carter, he stepped up big time, too. I mean,
that's right.
But Zach Wilson, I think the difference between Zach Wilson and Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold didn't really come into a really good situation. Financially, GM, owner, I mean, it was not a good situation because Woody was in the UK a lot. So it was one of those things where I think Zach Wilson, Joe D and Saleh there's no excuses anymore from Zach Wilson. They put the pieces around him to get it done, to win. And I think it's up to him now. Sam Darnold came from a bad situation, and Zach Wilson is sliding in there to become a really good situation. And I really hope it works out.
Yes.
Yeah. It's with the hiring of GM Joe Douglas, it makes sense all about this team. He picks Elijah Vera Tucker. Elijah Vera Tucker is a monster pick for the Jets. It's a monster. It's a monster O-liner, and everything goes like this and makes sense. The free agency and the drafts for me it makes sense. In the last 10 years we hire this. Oh, okay, Le'Veon Bell. Okay, CJ Mosley, and nothing really works. Yeah, this is and on this point we make the right decision and the right time and the right places. So I'm very hyped. You you hear it, yeah.
Oh yeah, well, we're not used to this. You know what I mean? I mean, we've never drafted well. You know, we've always picked up some good free agents, but it's a new type of feeling. Just like your energy right now. Like it's just a new type of feeling that we're excited about. We're new to this kind of thing because it's like we drafted so well the last 2 years, and we picked up a lot of great free agents. And I love the San Francisco connection with Saleh bringing in basically the whole staff with San Francisco. And then we picked up Lincoln Tomlinson. You pick up Solomon Thomas, Lincoln. We just picked up Alexander recently. I mean, and Reed played for, San Francisco for about a year as well. I mean, he's bringing in players that are familiar with the system, that fit the system. It's really cool. Like I'm giddy. I'm so ecstatic for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when you were talking about Flacco also being a good backup, I was thinking about the Mike White game against the Bengals.
Right.
That was about the best game last season that we had, wasn't it?
Right. I agree. It was.
Yeah, it was
I
amazing.
didn't even know who he was. You know what I mean? We didn't know who he was until he came in, and then I know the next game wasn't the best, after that, but. That Bengals and Titans game, Bengals went to the Super Bowl. Titans went to the playoffs. I mean, these were teams that we beat that were playoff teams and winning teams. And we beat them. Get out of here.
Yes.
So Joe Flacco is for me a good teammate. Also Whitehead. They won the Super Bowl, yeah, and right. It's always a good idea to bring champions in your team. They know how it feels, how it works, how it goes to win a championship. So for me, it's Joe Flacco and Whitehead. I don't know, is other guy in the team that won a Super Bowl? No.
White? I don't think so. I don't think you're talking about White, Mike White.
Mike White?
Yeah, I don't know. I know Whitehead won the Super Bowl.
Whitehead, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Reed has been there a couple of times. Actually, Joe Douglas was there when Flacco won the Super Bowl, I think.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
And this is always a good idea to bring champions in your team. Yeah. So it's for me a good hiring.
Yeah, because Saleh was he was with the Seahawks when I think they won. I think he was the defensive ends coach or whatever. But then he went to 49ers. But they're champions, and it's good to bring in those type of people like CJ Uzomah. I mean, he went to the Super Bowl. I mean, he's really crucial to that. And Conklin has always been the underdog. He's a sneaky guy. I love it. And then Reed is your leader. Tomlinson commands the front. Whitehead commands the back. Reed is that center. And then CJ Mosley, he won a lot with Alabama. But, with Baltimore, I think he won a Super Bowl with Baltimore, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean?
Yeah. CJ Uzomah is a funny story for you. I don't know that you know. He has last week or 2 weeks. He has a little clip for the Gangrene Germany. He has a private signing helmets and jerseys, and someone from the Gangrene Germany knows the promoter, and CJ Uzomah has a little clip, 40 seconds for the Gangrene Germany, and we posted it on Instagram, Twitter, and so CJ Uzomah is in love with us, and we are also in love with him now.
I tagged I reposted that on the Instagram and Twitter. Much deserved. I love that he's shouting you guys out. I love when players and coaches show love for, the fan base. It's very important.
Yeah. So, Nils, do you have a question?
Yes, one very important question, Geno.
Yeah.
So what are your expectations for the next season? What do you think? What will come out of it?
This season or next season?
And this season, sorry.
No problem. I think it's going to be a great year of learning for everybody. There's a lot of winnable games. I don't think we're going to get like 43-10. I don't think it's going to be like blowouts anymore. I think we have a real shot of contending if everybody's on the same page. I think a wild card is in our future this year. But we got to stick to the game plan and stick to the brotherhood like they've been saying. And I really think it's the year of everybody getting better and everyone growing together. I think that's what we all want, because we all want to see Zach be successful. We want to see Moore be successful. We want to see Sauce be successful. So I think overall for me, I just want it to be a good year going up instead of going down. But knock on wood, wild card. Let's hope, right?
Well, I hope to 8 wins, something like that. 8. That will be.
I was thinking 9. I want 9 at least.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have someone in the podcast team, and he's absolutely right. He says, Per is his name. He says he want to see in December Jets football, and we don't eliminate it in November or something. Yeah, we want to see in December Jets football, and we want to see we are in the hunt or something like that. Yeah. Then
Agreed.
Okay, you missed the playoffs. Okay, yeah. We are a young team, young coach. Everything is okay, but we want to see in December Jets football and play for the hunt for the playoffs or something like that. And
agreed.
This is for me a good one to have an eye on it. So yeah.
And what's really funny about that is everybody wants that. Like we've seen the changes, we've seen the signs that could get us there. And and like every fan out there, I don't want to sit at home in November. You know what I mean? I want to sit at home. I want to see this go to December. I want to see this go to January. It's what we're fighting for. And I think we have a shot to do that. It's because, like me and you talked about this whole time, last 10 years, 15 years, we haven't seen that. So it's so nice to even think about that again. You know what I mean? Since the Brett Favre days and the Sanchez days.
Yes. Yeah. If it will still stay exciting until the end, and if they will not make the playoffs, it will also be okay. But it would be exciting, and not that in December you don't really care about the games anymore, because they have no chance anymore to go to the playoffs anymore.
Right.
Yeah. We had Gangrene Germany made a survey with all the guys from the Gangrene Germany to say what will be the result of every single game for this season. And then they made a podcast. Malte was also part of it, and that was very interesting, where they discussed every single game and our chances in there. And actually, it turned out we have a very hard schedule in the first half until the bye week.
We do.
Yes.
We do. And I'm going to pull up the schedule here, and I'll tell you what I think what will happen. Preseason is preseason. Who cares about that, right? We just want to get them out there. I think we will win the home opener against the Ravens. I think it's very exciting. All the fans are going to be there. I think they're pumped up. I think we win that. And I think we also win against the Browns. The Browns week 2 since Deshaun Watson has a 6-game suspension, as we know.
Yeah.
I think the Bengals are going to be out for blood because we beat them last year. So I think we're going to lose that game, in my opinion. But you never know with the Steelers. Is Herbert going to be a starter? Is Trubisky going to be a starter? Is Rudolph going to be a starter? I think that's a winnable game for us. I think that'll come down to overtime, and we win on a field goal. Dolphins win all the time. Dolphins always win. Packers are going to be tough. I think we lose that game, in my opinion. I think we lose that game. The Broncos, I think that'll come down to the fourth quarter or overtime. It just depends on how Wilson does. We don't know. It's a new system. It's a new environment.
Or really? Or for me, it's the Broncos are my secret for the Super Bowl. The Broncos always have no QB. They have a team, a very good football team, and no QB. And now it's Russell Wilson. They beat everything in this league. For me.
Okay. Hey, I agree with you. It's just going to be hard because you still got the Chiefs and Chargers and Raiders in there because Devontae Adams went to the Raiders. So I think it's a good chance overall because Russell Wilson, when you have a good team around Russell Wilson, he will perform. But is he going to be the Russell Wilson from the Seahawks last year, or is he going to be the Super Bowl champion Russell Wilson? So it's a lot of ups and downs, but I do think we lose that game. Patriots, I think we win against the Patriots. I think we take one against the Patriots, and I think we take one against the Bills. But the Bears, that's a win. Vikings, I think that's going to come down to the fourth quarter too, because you never know what Cousins is going to do. But you also got to remember, one of them is coming back from England. The UK, are they going to be jet lagged against us? So are they going to? You never know what's going to happen with that. Mm-hmm. And then the Lions, I think we'll win against the Lions, but they're a team like us. They're hungry. They got new blood. They got a new coach, new draft picks. I think it's going to be a very tight game, but I do think we win that game. Jaguars, we win. Seahawks is going to be the revenge with Adams. I think everybody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, so definitely.
It's going to be fun. I think we win that game as well. And then the Dolphins, I think we win that as well.
Whoa.
And that gives you how many wins?
Huh?
How many wins?
So right there,
16.
I think I counted 10. I think I counted 10.
But
okay, I'm hoping for 9.
So cool.
I'm hoping for 9. I think I counted 10.
Okay. But Adams has a broken hand, arm,
thumb.
Thumb.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then he will. Yeah. Then he will play against us. But I hear a couple of days for a couple of days. I hear he has a broken hand or something like that. And then I don't know is he fit to play against us? But Dump. Okay. Maybe he can play against us.
I do know, but he is going to play, but it is going to be with the cast. He is going to play with the cast.
Yes.
So I think they got that green light to do that. I just don't know how the Seahawks are going to do. I mean, they got Geno Smith. They got Andrew Luck. They were in the running to get Mayfield, but that didn't happen. They could go out and get Cam Newton or get a quarterback next year, but I think they're in a rebuilding year. I think it's going to be a rebuild year for them, and I don't think they're going to do as well.
Yes, it will. Garoppolo, maybe.
Oh man. That'd be something. Like he goes to the Seahawks and gets the face against the 49ers 2 times a year. I mean, it's like what Bobby Wagner did with the Rams. He went with the Rams because he knew he was facing against the Seahawks 2 times a year.
Yes.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any questions to us or for
Actually,
the
do.
Gangrene Germany
Actually do.
or
So how did Gangrene Germany form?
how they what?
Wie ist es
How they-
entstanden?
How did they form? How did
okay.
that how did that come
Yeah.
together?
I got
Sorry.
you. Everything good. Yeah, it's original Facebook group, and
Okay.
then we find us. Everything of us thinks he's absolutely alone in Germany and in Europe as a Jets fan, and then we somebody I don't know had the idea to create a Facebook group. It calls Gangrene Germany, and then you come together, and it's like we I don't know, Claudio from the Gotham City crew comes to us and talk and that comes here but in the Facebook group, and then you have people so it's original from a Facebook group, but now we know us on person, and we have meetings and watch games together. So Nils and I live in the same city, and so this is
That's
This is
awesome.
how they started to also form a club out of it. It has a structure, a club structure, a president, and regular meetings, and we have the WhatsApp group. And that was actually also how I found Gangrene Germany on Facebook when I came back from the Jets game in 2019, and I told Malte that I had written them a message when I came back, and but no one answered. So it took me two more years until I found into that group. And when I approached Malte again on Facebook, and I said, I heard there's a WhatsApp group. Can I also join? And then he said, yeah, that's no problem. I will arrange it to you. And then I found there's a big WhatsApp group, and we're writing messages every day, and it is always so much fun to read and to get to know other people there and to talk about Jets. I really enjoy that, although I'm still quite new to that group.
I love that. You finally got in.
Yes.
Right?
but very active, new but very active, so this is a great Nils here. A great story.
I agree. I mean, you guys are doing great things. I mean, you're very popular over here in the States, and we love seeing your content. We love seeing what you do on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Like I said, I'm a fan. I love it.
Thank you.
So if you're a fan from us, we are of course fans from you. You have a podcast. They say the name from this podcast, and Gangrene Germany subscribes this podcast. Yeah. So.
Oh, good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's
Everything NYJ. Everything NYJ. We're new, but we do a training camp. We're very active right now. And but with coming this season and stuff, we're gonna do probably a couple times a week. But we're excited. We love the direction we're going. We got some big time guests coming on eventually as well. And I've always wanted to do a podcast, whether it was about AC Milan or about the New York Jets. And I'm happy I chose the Jets because now I'm here with you guys.
Yes, yeah. In Germany, we are not so big fans from Italian soccer, so it's very good that it's be the Jets and not a soccer podcast. Yeah,
right.
I actually have an Italian uncle.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
yeah. Very good.
And he once gave me an Inter jersey when I was a little kid.
Ah.
I should not have said that.
It's fine. You could use it. You could use it for a rag. There's a lot of things you can do it with.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm just messing with you. But my next question is,
Yeah.
who is your favorite players of all time? Like, not in the last 2 years. I'm talking about like what started that whole thing with you guys being Jets fans when it comes to a certain player that you love.
So, Nils, you are at the first.
You're saying not in the past 2 years. Okay, it was 3 years ago when I found my love for the Jets. And then the hero was Sam Darnold.
Right, there you go. Okay. I love that.
Yeah. So I would say him because he was the first one, or he was the one I found my love to the Jets with. Yeah.
So for me, it's hard because we have always trash teams, but one player that's a light or a shining star. So of course Nick Mangold is maybe the best center who ever played for the Jets, and I'm a big Nick Mangold fan, but I must say, because I play his position for 12 years and then I switched to a safety for 10 years. For me, my absolute favorite player is Darrelle Revis. He's a unicorn on his position. I saw him live in the stadium. I have, it's so great. I saw him live. I have an aunt and two cousins in Miami, and we from a child on I visit Dolphins games, and that was I become a Jets fan. My first football game ever was Miami Dolphins against the Jets in Miami, and in 1993, and the whole stadium boos the Jets and hate him. And I was 9 or 10 years old, and I was so angry that everything in this whole stadium was against the Jets. And then I was rooting for the Jets on this point, and this was the point where my love started for the Jets. And then I saw later, of course, I saw Darrelle Revis live, and I never saw before and after a football player on a cornerback position like him. So for me, always my favorite player will be Darrelle Revis. He is a diva on off the field, but on the field is for me it's every time Darrelle Revis.
Do you have an autograph of him?
I'm sorry, I don't understand it.
Do you have an autograph from him?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
On trading cards, on a picture, on trading cards, I have 10, 11, something like that. And I hold them because there will be a point that Darrelle Revis goes to the Hall of Fame, and
I can't wait for that. Can't wait. I'm excited. And the Ring of Honor. He's in the Ring of Honor for the Jets.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that too. Mangold, Ferguson, and Revis. I couldn't be more happier. I'm so happy. And Klecko might be in the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah.
I hope. Him and Gaston, though, need to go. They need to be in the Hall of Fame, both of them.
Yeah.
So I hope eventually it comes up.
Yeah, that's very cool. So I think we got it, or has anything?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I enjoyed
I'm
myself.
also good. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, I totally enjoyed it. I could continue the whole night.
I know, right?
Yeah. I wish, yeah, we will be able to see each other personally one day. Unfortunately, I will not be at that game, at the home opener, but maybe we will get a new try next year. I really hope so. Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. Follow everything NYJ on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Everyone go follow these guys. These guys are great. I love what they're doing in Germany. They're great. And thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for being here.
Geno, thank you for your time. Yeah, it's very, very nice to have you here. So I go back to German and then we got it. Liebe Leute, das war der Oversea Podcast mit Geno. Lasst mal ein Like für ihn da, auch auf seiner YouTube-Seite und Facebook. Er ist bei Twitter, er ist sehr aktiv, wenn man ihn folgt. Instagram ist er auch, alles am Start. Nils übrigens das Gleiche, den könnt ihr auch gleich mit liken, wenn ihr da schon seid. Und dann könnt ihr auch unter diesem Video gleich nochmal einen kleinen Daumen lassen oder auch einen Kommentar. Ich hoffe, ich habe mich nicht zu sehr verhaspelt, man hat mein Englisch verstanden. Es ist doch immer recht überraschend, wenn man überraschend, wie sagt man das? Also es ist doch, man verhaspelt sich dann schon mal und so, wenn man das nicht alltäglich benutzt. Nils hat mir sehr gut gefallen im Englischen.
Vielen Dank.
Geno hat mir auch Geno hat mir auch super gefallen im Englischen. Das war mega geil. Das war mega geil. Ja, liebe Leute, das war der Oversea Podcast und wir kriegen demnächst, kommen wir hoffentlich wieder in reguläre Podcasts rein, wenn endlich wieder eine Saison läuft. Und Nils ist auch irgendwann nochmal für die Fanstory da und guck mal, Geno hat eine Super Bowl Trophy am Start und ja, vielen Dank fürs dabei sein, mitmachen. Das war großartig, es hat mir sehr gut gefallen und ich hoffe euch da draußen auch. Nils auch, vielen Dank. Geno, thank you so much.
Yes.
And, thank you.
Bis zum nächsten Mal. Bye, bye.